I think it is. I think we're side to side. Yep.
All right, cool.
All right, so we
It's episode 13, I think.
I think it's is it 13 or 14?
Hold on, I'll look. Hold on.
I'm sorry, guys. We're behind on our own show. Yeah. We're live, but we're behind on our own show. I think it's 14, but
I don't think so. Hold on.
yeah, what episode is this? Where's Jared when we need him? Shout out to Jared, man. We missed you this
week.
Yeah.
It is 13. My bad.
So this is 14 now?
Yeah, we're on 14.
We're behind on our own show. Okay.
Yeah, I got him.
Good. So we're right. This episode 14, another shade of blue. Jared might join us in progress. We're not sure. He got some bridal shower thing going on. You know him. He always high maintenance. So
I got the best baseball team in the world. I'll show up when I feel like it.
Yo, we're Mets fans and we're here. His team just beat our ass and we're here. And he's not.
And we got to watch the one ass whooping. Well, it wasn't an ass whooping.
Well, no, that we were winning that whole game. And then we just couldn't get that run across.
Even the Cody Bellinger, right? He didn't.
Yeah, I was talking.
When it was crunch time, he got that hit when it was necessary.
I was talking shit in the chat to Jared. Then he got out of line. And we put him in his place. But then he got out of character for a second. But we had to remind him with the big brothers. You know what I mean?
I mean he's got a right to gloat because you know what? If the other shoe was on the other foot, I'd be talking reckless to him.
We'll be doing it too. I did it to him when we beat the 49ers.
I just don't like listening to it. When it's like, oh man, I don't even hear that shit. I'm tired of that.
You know, my thing with that is like, if you're gloating, that's fine, but don't if you got the best team in the world, leave it alone. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know. You're kicking us when I said, yo, bro, you're kicking me when I'm down. But then I had to reflect later on my own behavior. And I realized Jared wasn't being malicious. I love him. He's our brother. So, it's war, brother. You know what I mean? Win battle, heat of combat. And at the end of the day, we always going to be in Jared's team is better than ours. That's just it. Every Met fan, I think, would admit that. They just have a better team. If we're healthy.
I don't think so. If we're healthy, I don't think so. But
you don't think the Dodgers are better than us? I don't know, man. Health-wise, I don't know. I can't say yes or no. Listen, if we're all healthy.
You got DeGrom.
Best pitcher in the world.
You got Syndergaard. You got Stroman. If Carrasco was a little bit more seasoned for the season, I think he's just trying to catch his footing. But
yeah, I think so too.
Listen, I feel like this. If we were able to hit, then pitchers would be able to go deeper and we wouldn't be stressing out our bullpen the way we've been stressing them out.
It won't be make or break. Every pitch is like make or break. We got to hit, man. At the end of the day, we have to hit. There's no other way around it.
And your boy, I liked how Steve Cohen did the tweet. He was like basically saying like, y'all bums.
Come on, like
this is what I paid for.
Professional hitters. Yeah, like professional hitters can't hit. He says he never seen something like it in his life.
But I do like how Lindor said yesterday. He was like, "Yo, we all need to be held accountable.
All of us."
He's like, even me. I haven't been doing what I've been supposed to be doing. I'm the one that gets paid. I get the big payday out of everybody, and I haven't been pulling my own weight. So
yeah, he was the one that got the bag, and we're just hoping he didn't get the bag and he runs like Kaepernick.
That's a good culture change.
Yeah,
I really like it.
Well, you know what? And I was guilty of it because I was calling him out on his performance. But then think about it. When he left the lineup and the field, everything just dipped. We're not the same without him. He could be in the dugout all he wants, but we're not the same with him not in the lineup.
And you see that with Baez too, man. You see how drastically it changed, man. Like, because it's not about being like, you know what I mean? Yeah, we want them to be consistent, but like if Baez is able to get key hits at key points in a game, that's tremendous for us. That's why he's gonna, you know what I'm saying? That's why he deserves his spot. You know what I mean? Like, I know you didn't like him, but I'm like, yo, just give it time because he's gonna be a game changer when it matters. He might not be
Yeah,
good
he's
all the
clutch.
time.
He's clutch.
Yeah, but he's gonna get it done. And then when you have Lindor and him in the lineup with Alonso, come
That
on,
defense,
man.
and they're both defensive wizards too. That's another
Yeah,
thing.
man.
It's not like he could just hit and he don't feel. They could both not even hit. Their defense alone will carry them. Those two
Yeah,
in the middle of the infield like that. Yeah, you can't get better than them two. You can't. As a
yeah.
tandem, what did Jared say? He said Seager and Betts. I don't know who he said, but there's no combination better than Lindor and Bias on the
Nah,
infield.
man.
No, I was like Seager. I was like, who's that? I was like, I don't even know who that is. But yeah, no, I was like, oh, talk about the one in Seattle, his brother, the better one.
Yeah,
But no,
yeah.
no, I got to take a shot at Jared because he was taking shots all week. He was taking shots in the chat. He was taking shots in the thing. So I had to. What's up, Jared? But yeah, what did he say to us the other night? He said the Mets are like a, but you can tell he's not from New York though, because he was like the Mets are like a New York ghetto.
Oh, the rat.
I was like, what is that? I was
ghetto
like,
rat in front of the bed. I was like, yo, bro.
I was waiting for you to say something, but you just took it easy.
Nah, cause I got other stuff going on. I was like, I'm not entertaining any of this shit today. Because then I'll say something and then I'll be the asshole.
The bad guy.
Like, yeah, and I'm like, I don't want to be I'm tired of being a bad guy. That's the problem, man.
You're the bad guy, man.
Everybody thinks I'm like this demon bully and like, yo, like, bro, like I don't have the energy for this shit no more. You know what I mean?
Listen,
like,
man.
I just know nonsense. That's the problem, man. If we fuck it, we'll just get into it. I mean, your man. So like, I don't know what I said that when he was like, yo, he's on my list. You know what I mean? Like, what I do? You know what I mean? Like,
you said you wasn't in the circle or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not. Ron's not in the circle. Like, what circle? I didn't know I was. I'm not even privy to the circle to begin with. So like, I was. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get like completely content in my life. Like, you know what I'm saying? But when somebody goes out of the way to be like, you're not in my circle, it makes me feel some way because I'm like, what do you mean? I didn't know I was a part of. I didn't know there was a circle to begin with. And so like, you could have just left it at that. Like, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But like, you know what I'm saying? Like, to have an issue with me about something that I don't even know why. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what I said to the man. I don't know. I was, like I said, told you, I haven't spoken to him in 15 years. So it's like, well, I'm like, yo, what do you got an issue for me for? Like, these people like 3 years ago, I don't got an issue with. Just stay away from me. That's as simple as that. You know what I mean?
Well, there was a cross between the wires somewhere because I feel like we were all in a different dimension or like a Silent Hill type of realm. Because for me, you guys were good friends when we were growing up. But then when I asked you and him about it, you both said no. And I was like, wait, I remember multiple.
No, we talked, but I mean,
okay.
like,
but I just think it was closer than what you guys are saying.
Well, it's different, like for somebody like Todd, right? You know what I'm saying? Like me and Todd
who's also on who's also on the shit list too. On his shit list,
he's not in the circle. He's not in the circle of trust. So me and Todd are on the outside looking in, like, what do we do? You know what I mean? Like, you ready to go get a beer? Yeah, let's
go. What's going on? He was like, what is happening right now? Like, what is? Yeah, no, it was like kind of because then I thought Todd was like his main man. There was just a cross between our wires.
I don't even know that.
Somewhere along the line, we all got crossed up or something.
Well,
maybe,
I mean,
it's years ago.
Well, I mean, you got to understand something. Other people have to understand something. I'm more social, where it's like you might talk to me and like, this is what people have to understand about me. And not so much if you're like close, like you're close to me.
Of
like
course.
My wife Lisa is close to me. There's certain people that are close to me. If they were to pick up the phone and they needed something, like I drop everything for them. But
of course, you've done it for me.
Yeah, but like people need to understand that like I know a lot of people. So how do I put this without sounding like overly confident or anything like that? When I get involved with somebody, like for instance, like you know, said we talk.
Mm-hmm.
Understand that like you're not the center of my universe. I'm not. You know what I'm saying? Like if you go like left and I go right, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, like I'm not thinking about you. And I think that's what people get misconstrued on me.
Mm-hmm.
Like people think like I think about it's like I think on the fly, like you know what I'm saying? Like this is how I feel. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then like for instance, when we get in arguments, right? When you and me get in arguments, when we walk away from the argument, I'm not even thinking about the argument. I don't sit like sometimes it'll sit stupid because you mean a lot to me as a person, but it's like
Right,
I'm
yeah.
not gonna I'm not gonna carry it because I'm gonna let you know how I feel, so I don't have to carry it.
No. And then we
You
talked
know
the
what I'm
next day like
saying?
nothing happened.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that's what people gotta understand. Just because we had moments that we talk, and you know what I'm saying? Like I'm talking about just different people in the world. Just because we had moments and we spoke to each other does not mean like you're the center of my universe. There's things that are more important in my life than me worrying about you when we walk away from a conversation. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So you know what I mean? Like your family's more important to me. My family's more important to me. My wife is important to me.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like those, you know what I mean? My manager or like my business partner, those people are important to me because like they're the structure and support system that I need that helps me keep going
Yes.
and inspiring me. You know what I'm saying? To be like the best person that I possibly can be. So it's like if I talked to you 15 years ago on a IM on AOL, like bro, I'm not whatever. Like I rubbed you the wrong way. I don't know. I don't mean nothing by it. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm sure you're a nice person, and like we can be friends. It's like Jared, right? I don't know. I didn't know Jared got us in the group chat, and we started talking, and like we're hitting our points. He was like, "Oh, you like to go to the MoMA? You like art? I like art." You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's like
Look at that.
we hit it. We hit like something that we connect on. Was like, oh, so now we have something with real foundation that we can talk about.
Yes.
You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? Like, if I don't have any foundation with you, like, it's not that I don't care. I care, but like, I don't think about you. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's
No,
all.
yeah,
You
it was
know?
just it was quite, because sometimes I pride myself in knowing or thinking I remember everything from those days.
Right.
And I
Right.
guess somewhere along the line, I didn't know everything. And I thought I was just confusing everyone's relationship at that point. And I guess that's maybe where the wires got crossed or something. I don't know.
Well,
Because no
you
one
got to
got
remember
along with me when we were growing up. No one got along with me and you. But now I'm like the glue to the whole group. I didn't get along with Todd. Me and Todd didn't get along
but
like that.
but that's the thing. Like me and Ty got along. Me and JD got. You got to
Right.
remember, there. You know what I'm saying? Like there is like a circle, but
Yes.
like what I could view as the circle. Like a lot of these people were in it. The people that were in it were Ty, JD,
Yep.
Crick. What was her name?
James, Carrie.
Carrie,
Yep.
Steve. You know what I'm
Steve.
saying? Like that's the circle that because we all talk collectively. We talked on the phone. Like I
Yes.
never talked to what's his name, Steven. I never talked to him on the phone.
Nah,
Is that his
right?
name? What is his name? Like
Steve.
Mister, the kid from Washington,
Oh,
Seattle,
Mr.
whatever.
Lyrical. Jason Item.
Asian. We never talked on the phone. Like all these other people, like we talked on the phone. We had conversations. We knew like you know what I'm saying, somewhat of everybody's like background and like you know what I'm saying the living situation. Whether you know what I'm saying like we knew real tangible things about these people. Like if I didn't talk to you on the phone, like how am I supposed to sit there and be like and classify you as my man? You know what I'm saying? We don't talk. We talk on an IM. I don't really know you like that. You know
Do
what I'm
you
saying? Like
remember any type of conversation with him or any time where something could have gone sour?
no.
Then why? I don't know. I don't
I think
know.
conversations are just vague, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't even remember what conversations were about, except for maybe like, hey, how you doing? What's going on? Like,
What's
you know what I'm
up?
saying? How's life? You know what I'm saying? Whatever. You know what I mean? Like, that's the same difference when I talk to like a homeless person walking down the street. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just surface level conversation. So it's like, unless he thought they were deeper and I just didn't know. But I mean,
Well,
that's
he's a
something that you
deep
need to,
person. He's a deep person.
well, that's something that you need to like reach out to me. It's like, you know what I'm saying? You have to reach it. I'm gonna tell you, person, you gotta reach out and touch someone, like you know what I'm saying, like
Right.
and let them know, like yo, bro, like don't, you know what I'm saying, like don't like castrate me, like you know what I mean, and put me out there and be like, yo, you know what I'm saying, like you're not a friendly person, you're not in my circle, but you don't know me well enough to be in your circle or not be in your circle. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know him well enough. You know what I'm saying? I can't sit there and say you're not my circle. I hate you. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know you. So like,
Right.
once I get to know you and you give me valid reasons why I should like you or hate you, I'm indifferent. Just like whatever. You know
And
what
at
I'm
the end of
saying?
the day,
Like
we are talking about, everyone has to keep that in mind too. We're going back 15, 20 years.
I was a
So,
completely different person then.
right. I mean, like I said, when we were all chatting the other night, I said, yeah, you were rough. You were definitely rough, a lot more rougher then than you are now. I could
I
tell
was
you
like,
that.
bro, I was like 20.
Right. But but look, remember, like I was
I
saying,
was 20. I was 20 and hanging out on the block. You know this. You
I
know people know
remember.
this. I was
Yeah,
hanging out on. You know what I'm saying? Like I was in the street.
I
Like you
remember.
know what I'm saying? Like so. I mean, what is? I'm not
Nah,
that person anymore. You know what I'm saying? I'm just not. I'm a regular dude. Like you know what I'm saying? I have responsibilities and I have things I have to focus on. Like, and I'm very humble. I have no problems with people whatsoever because I don't need enemies. I'm in a world where people
yeah,
are cutthroat all the time, anyways. As far as like my music and stuff is that
yep.
like that is concerned. So it's like I'm outside of that. Like I'm as friendly as can be. So
No, and
it is what it is.
yeah, and but like I was trying to tell us too that night in chat, I it's not like I have great memories of everyone. By the way, for some reason, the way the camera is aimed right now, like when I'm looking at you here, from my perception here, I feel like I'm looking the other way. Like I'm not paying attention, but I'm looking at you on the screen. And then when I'm looking at myself on the screen, now my eyes look like I'm paying attention, you see? But when I look at you, it looks like I'm staring off into space, right?
Yo, I noticed that in the episode a couple weeks ago. Like I was looking at Jared, but talking to you, and then looking at you and talking to Jared. It was really weird.
Right, right,
So
right. So, because I
I don't
when
know.
I'm like, I don't want Ron to think I'm staring off into space here, but I'm looking at you.
Nah, nah, you
But
all right.
and then when I look at myself, now I look like I'm looking at you. You see what I'm saying? It's just weird.
Here's a
But
technique for jobs, man. Just look at the camera.
yeah, I'm looking. You know, I'm looking at the camera. Yeah, but no, but
That's what you know what I mean? Like, just look at the camera.
the thing is, we weren't. I don't have great memories back then of that either, because I always felt like, first of all, we were the New York dudes. We grew up
Yeah.
different. New York people are just different in general, right? So I feel
Mhm.
like we were always like defensive and going against them in a way. Like we didn't, not that they were all friends, but it's not like we were the outsiders, is how I felt like.
I don't, I don't look at it as we were New York dudes. I just looked at it as like we were the ones that were, yeah, we had computers, but we go outside, there's killers out
Right. Like I
there.
remember
People
Steve, like, oh, I
like,
want to sit in the projects. I said, bro,
bro, like you could walk out the door and like you know what I'm saying? Crackheads are buying crack. Like it was an open air
it
drug
was right
market.
there,
Like people
right
shooting
in front of
dice
us.
and drinking liquor and smoking blunts. Like,
Yep.
bro, like that shit was in front of our face. So it's like, you know what I mean? You have to carry that fit. You have to carry that. And I mean, like as you get older, you learn that stuff is to carry that on your
No,
face. It's unnecessary, right? You know what I'm saying? But at the time, it was just like because you got to be outside with everybody else. You know what I'm saying? Not to say you're partaking in certain things, but I mean, like you know what I'm saying? Like when you out there and you dealing with shady people all the time, you're gonna automatically be that way with people that have no shady intention. You know what I'm saying? So it's a learning curve. You know what I'm saying? So a social learning curve. So I mean, I don't know. I never, but I get that to this day, man. People think I'm like this arrogant dickhead, and I'm like I'm not that person. I don't, especially like online. You know what I'm saying? Like whether it be via Facebook or whatever, people think like I'm a certain way, and it's
you
like yo,
can't
I'm
hear
not that way.
context. You can't hear
Yeah, like
context. That's what it
yeah,
is. Context
yeah,
is everything. You can't hear context. So the way
yeah,
you type and speak, sometimes they just take it the wrong way. I think that's
right.
where things get crossed up. And like I said, not that he's sensitive, but he's a deep dude. So I guess you rubbed
Well,
him
he
the
probably
wrong
just
way.
he probably just took something the wrong way. I don't know what I said. Man. I mean, my bad, I guess. I mean, like I don't feel like I should apologize because I don't remember what I did to you. So it's like, but at the same time, I'm willing to save face and be like, you know what? It is what it is, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, charge it to the game. You good? You
Right.
know what I'm saying? Like, charge that shit to the game. It is what it is.
Like whatever him and Todd got going on about some thing, that was bizarre. But the thing that was a bit like a real bizarre situation. But yeah, it was just I don't know.
Did you talk to Todd? Does Todd even remember?
Todd don't even know. I didn't ask him. I haven't talked to him about it.
Yeah, I would talk to him and be like, "Yo, do you remember this?" I bet you
9
times out of 10 times gonna be like, "I don't remember what you're talking about."
I was gonna be like, "What? What? Yeah. What are you talking about?
That,
who?" Yeah. But yeah, no, yeah. I was like, "Who?" But no, yeah. No. Well, he's actually says he's gonna be on the show, so that's next week's show. He says he's coming on, so we'll see.
We're gonna do a rumble before we talk about football. We're gonna air our grievances. It's gonna be Festivus for the rest of us.
Yeah, it's gonna be a Festivus for the rest of us, and
we're gonna air out the grievances.
Yeah. We just need the poll. What was it? The poll that they had or whatever. But no, I think it's gonna be great. So I think Todd said he's gonna be on. Jason's gonna be on. So hopefully we can settle that.
Steve's gonna be on too.
Steve is gonna be on. Coach Jared will be here. So and then hopefully a couple of my other friends will come on. So
should have asked JD.
I think I did ask JD, but I'm going to tag after the show. I'm tagging everyone that we think are going to. He's probably going to say he's busy because he's always in the mountains or something. He's always
he's going to hike with his girl.
Yeah, who's a big diehard Giants fan, by the way. Diehard Giants fan, his girl.
Oh, his girl?
Oh, my God. Lives and breathes the Giants.
What do you think about the Giants right now?
I want to see Daniel Jones play like a quarter. Can I just see him play a quarter, bro?
I feel like he should have played a quarter today.
That's what I'm saying.
You should have revamped up for like the season because I don't understand why.
What's going on?
Why pull him that fast? I guess.
Did he even play? No, he didn't even play.
Did he? I thought he had the first snap.
No, not even a snap. Nope, not even a snap. Like, can I
just watched the highlights. Yeah, I just watched the highlights on YouTube after the game was over.
It's like, bro, between the Mets and the Giants, can somebody score? I mean, seriously, can one of my teams score 13?
Yeah, but come on.
Score?
The second string.
Yeah.
You got to chalk up that. It's second string.
The defense look good, though. The defense is looking solid no matter what. Yeah. The defense, I'm looking at that for some reason. I'm focusing on the defense with them for some reason because that's what I'm most excited for. That secondary is no joke. And Leonard Williams, we got Sexy Dexy Lawrence in the middle there. I like our linebackers. And
I like that. I like our draft pick. I think he's dope.
Love it.
Who's that? The linebacker, outside linebacker.
What's his name? Ojari. He got the Ajis over Suri. Where?
We're gonna be all right. I just need to see like what are we, you know what I'm saying, as far as the starters are concerned, what are we working with? That's what
I want to see if Daniel Jones can hold on to the ball.
Yeah.
I want to see like if he gets breath, if someone breathes on him, is he gonna fumble the ball? Like I want to see stuff like that. Like he gotta play a snap, dude. I mean, I don't know. I'm not feeling I love Joe Judge, but I'm not feeling the whole thing that they're like hiding, like he's in witness protection program or something. Come on, I want to see somebody. But then again, you know what? We'll be complaining if they were getting hurt and they were playing them. We'll be complaining the other way.
But that's what I'm worried about, because if you're not playing them, what if they get them into game situations and they do get hurt and they didn't play any of this preseason? I'd rather them get hurt in preseason and just knowing going into the season. Like that's what I don't want to wait until week 2, like what happened last year. That's all that happened. That's all that happened is because nobody did preseason because of COVID. And so they all went into the season and just everybody just started getting hurt. It's like week 2, Barkley's off for the entire year.
And that was it. That was the beginning and the end right there. But we you know what though? If the Eagles didn't tank, we would have made the playoffs. Probably would have got knocked out right the first round, but we would have made the playoffs.
I totally hate the Eagles.
Everyone always talks about the Cowboys like my dad, you know, we always say, I don't know, man. Give me a Cowboy any day over Eagle. I hate the Eagle. I have disdain for them. I cannot. First of all, to keep it real, the city of Philadelphia is disgusting. That is the dirtiest, lousy city boring city I've ever been in. I mean, let's be honest. It's dirty. It's filthy. There's crackheads and junkies everywhere. People passing out in the middle of the streets. I thought Baltimore was bad. Philadelphia takes the cake. That is the nastiest city I've ever been to.
I love Baltimore though.
Yeah, you got the Baltimore roots. But Baltimore's beautiful. Philadelphia's
Well, I
not.
mean, you have it's funny, man, like seeing like the well the things that they did for under like Ray Lewis partnering up with Under Armour. They did a lot of things for Baltimore, the city. Like the Inner Harbor, they redid the whole Inner Harbor. Um, they supply all the jerseys for all the high schools in the area. You know what I'm saying? Like they do a lot of good.
Yes.
You know, you don't really have that for like Philadelphia. You know what I'm saying? Like
It's
it's cool
just
that Ray Lewis could take. You know what I'm saying? Like he, you know what I mean? Like he's such a monumental figure in Baltimore sports that he could take the time out to like be proactive. And like this kind of goes back to what we were talking about a couple weeks ago with Kaepernick, where it's like Ray Lewis is really out here doing it. Like he's really out here like making sure, you know what I mean, working with high school athletes, making sure like, you know, Under Armour is sponsoring, making sure like like they're doing like crazy exemplary things for the kids in the city. And you know,
yeah.
Baltimore is a tragic place. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of
Oh,
murders, a lot of crime, a lot of drugs. So it's like to you know, Ray Lewis is playing his part. And he didn't have to be like, you know, put on a pedestal or have a Nike deal to do it. You know what I'm
and
saying?
get
He
the
just chose,
bag and
yeah, he just chose to do it. And it's like, I'm not mad at Kaepernick for doing what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? Get your money, do what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? You have to survive. But, bro, you know what I'm saying? There's kids out here. Like I told you, like, you know what I'm saying? Like your homegirl, he come and help with, it's like, that's cool. He helps with the kids
he does
in
that
the
all
Lower
the
East Side.
time. All the time.
But, but, but the Lower East Side isn't the problem. You got kids in the Bronx, literally kids. We're not talking like grown men kids, like 20-year-olds. We're talking about 13, 14, even some 12-year-olds are they're killing each other.
Getting killed.
Same thing out here in Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, in certain spots in Brooklyn, like people are dying left or right. And it's like, if we're gonna talk about Black Lives Matter, I mean, we gotta, you know what I'm saying? You have to put in the work all the time, not just when something bad happens. And
Right.
it's not our fault. You know what I'm saying? We need to be accountable for us all the time. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, that's just my thing. It's like we not seeing it, and it's like we not seeing that in here, like out here in Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? Like we're not seeing like people are putting their mouth money where their mouth is and like doing stuff for us. You know what I'm saying? So
Jared
I
puts
mean,
him as a revolutionary. I don't know. I mean, for me,
nah, no.
he
I
got
don't
the
think so.
bag or whatever. And I mean, Jared,
It's a good story piece. It's good to go in the history book
he's
and make it look
commercial.
like
He's commercial.
right. He's gonna, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna put him on that pedestal. They're gonna give him like that green light to be that. But it's like the story sounds great, but
Right.
like there's so many other people that are more, you know, just as influential. You know what I'm saying? It's like I said, like Kaepernick is out here doing whatever he's doing, or like BLM is doing whatever. But it's like, why is Kyrie Irving buying George Floyd's family a house? He doesn't have, and he's not doing it for the cloud. He's just like,
No, no, Kyrie
this is
doesn't
for
do it.
you.
No.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? That's for you.
that's
So it's
true.
like that speaks more volumes for, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like you have Tamir Rice's mother out here bugging out, like, yo, like you guys are making money hand over fist. We ain't getting nothing. You know what I'm
No.
saying? Like she's out here still struggling. Like, and you guys have done fundraising and got all this money and donations, like in the billions. Now, I think I'm not sure, but I think it's get it if it's not in the billions, it's close to the
And she
billions.
bought a house in the island on some island or something, didn't she?
Who, the girl that runs BLM?
Yeah. Didn't she? Because I
Yeah,
see Hassan Campbell was going off on her. And it makes sense,
yeah.
man. I mean, come on, where's the money going?
Well, and it's like I told you. I don't know if I told you, but I know I told somebody. Um, yo, that's the disconnect because you have a lot of these black people that aren't part of like our environment. And it's not a bad thing. Then it's not like they're any less than us or anything like that, or they're weaker than us. But it's like that's the disconnect. You not from the hood,
Right.
so your intentions and like the way you go about things are different than what we do. If we had that type of money and like we were really like trying to change shit, then we would put the money back into like the neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I mean. When people don't have these black people, a lot of them, except for like my son or whoever. But I mean that even that's debatable if you listen to somebody like her son. You know what
Oh
I'm
yeah,
saying?
he's
But
all
like,
over my son.
but
He's
a
all
lot of these
over.
people, but like all these people are, you know what I'm saying? They're not from our cloth. So it's like you're not in here helping like a mother that can't make her rent. You know what I'm saying? Like you're not helping. See, that's another thing. Like we're coming up to another point with the moratorium and all that on rent and all this. You know what I'm saying? Why couldn't we set up funds or whatever for people to get like the rent paid? So it's like they're not gonna get kicked out of their apartment when the moratorium ends and everybody's got to
Unemployment's
pony up.
ending next month.
Right. Right. So it's
It's,
like
it,
you
it's
gotta
Judgment Day coming up. Judgment Day is
yeah.
right around the corner, man. It's right around the corner, Judgment Day. So, and we think we're in a war zone now. I don't
Yeah.
even know.
I think they might extend it though. I don't know.
They should. They have to, man. They have
I'm
to.
over it though. I
Yeah,
gotta
I'm
drink
over
up,
it.
man.
I'm over it.
I can't. I try to rely on that for a little bit. And you know what I'm saying? Like, but I can't do it. You know what I
I
mean?
don't
I
want
go get
that. I don't
something.
want my life in their hands for some reason. I don't,
Right.
you
Right.
know.
Right.
But it's all about,
Well, you don't
yeah.
want to be stuck in the house all the time, just taking up. You know what I'm saying? Like you get lazy. You know what I mean? You got to be productive. You know, so that's the point I was at. You know what I mean? So I don't
That's why
know.
we have another shade of blue.
We have another shade of blue. I do my music thing. You know what I'm saying? Like so
The show's gaining
my
traction
art stuff.
slow. It's slowly gaining some traction.
It
We're
takes
getting.
time, man.
Yeah, I'm actually positive about the influence, like the traction we're gaining. People like the show, they like it. So, and you got the music. You're very artsy. So
Yeah,
you got everything going on right now.
yeah. I'll be all right, man.
The
I'll
next,
be
you
all
know
right.
what? Then next week's episode is gonna be. I'm excited for it, bro. But it's gonna be a lot of emotions, a lot of emotions involved next week. But
You already know I'm gonna talk crazy to people,
no, I know.
except for Todd, maybe.
I didn't know you guys
Because
were on the shit list. I didn't know, but Todd's like, what? What is
I might talk I'm not gonna talk reckless to him. I don't. You know. I mean, I do think the Seahawks are a little overrated and all kind of.
And good luck with
I
Jamal
think
Adams.
I think
That contract.
Russell Wilson has always been overrated as a quarterback, but that's just my thinking.
System. He's a good quarterback. He got a good system around him too, though.
He's good, but like I don't know. I don't see like he's not Patrick Mahomes.
No.
He's not Aaron Rodgers. Like I
No.
feel like there's like 5 good quarterbacks that are probably better than Russell Wilson.
When healthy, I would take Big Ben over him too.
Yeah.
On a healthy, both of them on a healthy level, I would take Big Ben. He's just bigger.
Yeah.
More, I don't know. I want to say more sturdy, but he could take bigger hits and stuff. He got to. I don't know, but Russell Wilson's good though. He's really good. So no hate there. We're not hating there. We're not hating there.
No.
There's all love here, man. It's all love. Come on, another shade of blue. We were built upon love, man. But
no, yeah. I mean, the only problem that was your man, the Jets fan.
Oh yeah, I think shout outs to Jose. Love you, man. He respectfully declined it the other day to me. He came back to. I asked him again. He said, "No,
He needs to respectfully show up next week and get cooked like he's supposed
to." You know what? He had to pull me aside a couple times. I'm gonna leave him alone. He's being temperamental and stuff. I'm just gonna leave him alone. He says he's gonna watch though. He says he's gonna watch it. He does support the show, so I always give him that. He is a big fan of the show.
It's all love, man. Like I said, man. I mean, the Jets. It's not like I hate them. It's just
there's nothing to hate.
They don't give us anything to talk about. Like, what do we have to talk about?
Because I was like, Jared, help me out. Jared said, I don't really know nothing about the Jets either. So like, yeah, I don't know. There's that going on. I don't know. Jared said, wait, don't you guys share a stadium with them? I mean, like, yeah, I don't really know.
Yeah, but we don't care.
Nah.
Yeah, if it's not our week in the stadium, we don't care.
Yeah, I don't care what the Jets. To be honest with you, I don't really know anything what they're doing. I couldn't even.
I think I made it friendly, right? Like, there's no like Giants or Jets. See,
No,
I'm
you're
not that
neutral.
name.
You're neutral. You're
Yeah,
neutral. You
so
see? You're not. See, look at that, Jose. Look, Jared puts on the light show for him. He got the green lights in the background. You got the neutral MetLife Stadium. This is all love, man. You're not walking into hostile territory here. It's all love. Come on. I tried to tell him at the job. I was like, it's all love. But he said I'm being sarcastic and being a fire starter and stuff. But I'm not. It's all
man.
love. This is all love. We both suck.
You gotta take them lumps. Listen, I've had to do. Listen,
dude, with
man,
Met fans.
We've had to literally take heat from Jared for the past week in the inbox. Ever since we went to that baseball game last week,
it's been a nightmare.
Shit from him.
It's been a nightmare for us, bro.
So, bro, if we make fun of your Jets, if you just make a fun of your Jets, it's not a big deal, bro.
Jose, whatever we said about the Jets, Jared gave it back to us about the Mets.
Yeah,
tenfold. So,
bro, I was waking up in the morning to a text message. You realize the Mets suck, right? I was like,
throwing saying calling us trash, a bag from a bodega. I was like, what is going on? I was like, Jared's coming out of line. You know me, I start roasted up. Remember at the game, I was like, I'm pissed. Pissed at Jared. I was actually fuming at him at the moment because he said something. What did he say? He's like, you Mets are trash. I said, all right. I said, well, we kicked you out of New York for a reason, but yeah.
Right.
But it's all love. It's all love. That's what I'm saying. I get it too. You get it too. We always. Look at the jersey I have. I'm a Knicks fan, bro. I'm a Mets and a Knicks fan. It doesn't get any worse than that. So sometimes you just got to take it. I don't know. And then like, hopefully, shout outs to Calderon. He said he was going to share the link. That's my man too. He's a big Dolphins head. So hopefully he does come on the show because he adds a lot to it. He's a diehard Miami Dolphin fan. So that'll be I just like
your uncle, right?
Like my Uncle Keith. Yeah. Shout out to my Uncle Keith too.
Keith, what up?
Yeah. Big shout out to Uncle Keith. But my thing is like, to me, the beautiful thing about Another Shade of Blue is not talking about our teams. I like getting the perspective around the league of how other people feel about our teams. I want to know what JD feels about the Mets, what his perception of the Mets is. I want to know what Jared's perception is of the Giants. That's why I always say, I said, how do you view the Mets without knowing me? What was your impression of the Mets? I like talking about our teams, but I also like to get the outsider's point of what's going on. And I like our fan base, our people that we know mostly come from New York. So I want to introduce our people to our other friends that live outside of New York. I just like stuff like that.
Tell your man, like we got in a fight on live about the Nets and the Knicks. Remember that? That was spilled into the group chat. We was heated for like 3-4 days.
Yeah, that 3-4 days we were really going at it. It was rough. It was rough. Those are not good moments for me, man, because you're my big brother. I love you to death. So and you're a Knicks fan. Like my dad got involved with that too, because he was like, yo, this dude had a Knick hat the last time I seen him. He was like, what's up? That's where a lot of stuff spilled over to it. Yeah. But we're good now. My dad's actually looking forward to seeing you. He actually told me to tell you come next Saturday when the weather's better.
We can't come next. At least you got to work.
Well, Dad, you heard it. You heard it from Ron firsthand.
We could do it maybe Sunday.
We could do it next Sunday. Next Sunday we could do it.
I'll talk to Lisa, see what she says.
Talk to Lisa. Yeah. And I'll talk to you, Doug, to see what she says about it.
Because I said something to her. And then
you didn't hear
anything. You didn't say nothing from you. Yeah, you about yesterday. So.
Well,
whatever.
There's other powers involved. You know what I mean?
Who the girl?
Yeah, there's other powers involved, man. Listen, I'm just a man, bro. I'm just a man.
Sometimes you gotta put your foot down.
I'm just a man, baby. I love you. Don't listen to Ron. I love you, baby.
We all love you.
We love you, baby. But baby love you more. But your baby loves you more.
Like, we going out today.
So we're gonna go out. We're gonna go out and see Dad, and the whole fam, and chop it up.
No, yeah, definitely.
I'll tell Diana, give me the kids.
I thought that was funny. I thought that was funny that what was it you saying? Oh, when you guys got the Knicks, what they do? They
Kemba?
yeah, he was like, yo, Kemba, we got Kemba. And it was like literally the night. I remember the next day, and I never said anything to you about it, but it was like you got Kemba and Fournier, and you was like, you gonna be all right. And like the next day, KD signed for 4 more years.
Yeah. I know, I seen. I was like, that motherfucker.
You know what's funny, man? It was Kevin. What was Stephen A. Smith when he was like literally the day
New
before,
York stand up. New York stand up.
He was like KD might be a Knick.
No.
He might opt out and he's gonna be a Knick.
No.
And then literally the
KD
next
like,
day,
nah.
KD's like, yo, what was that contract you wanted to give me again? Yeah, let me sign that. Like
nah, but you know what? Where we're going. We're in a good spot.
Yeah.
We're in a good spot.
I'm still not a Julius Randle fan.
Nah,
I don't believe he's a real Knick.
But put him another year of RJ, then you're gonna have Mitch back in the middle, right? Then you're gonna have
you know what it is. Sorry to cut you off.
Yeah.
It's the certain players that I feel like they want to have like that grit and all that, but like I just don't believe them. Like you knew, grit. Like Oak and like Larry Johnson and like Anthony Mason. Like you knew they were bullies and just yo, like bro, like I'll punch you in the face. You know what I'm saying? Like Chris Childs, like you knew.
Oh, yo, Childs.
When he gave Kobe the two-piece.
Two-piece.
You know what I'm saying? Sorry, Jared.
Without the cold salt. Rest in peace. Jared, you're gonna make Jared cry, man. Yeah. You're gonna make Jared cry.
But Chris Childs, man, he gave that man the two-piece, man. There's a lineage.
The cold salt.
And I just don't feel Julius Randle is never like the same thing with what's old boy, the Turkish dude. They used to play for Oklahoma City, got traded to the Knicks.
The Turkish dude?
About. He played for Oklahoma City, then like after the Knicks he went to Boston. I think he's in Portland now.
Batum? No, not Batum.
No. Cantor.
Oh, and Cantor. I can't believe I didn't. And it's Cantor.
Yeah. I couldn't remember his name.
Good player, man.
Great player. But I felt like he was trying to be something that like
going at LeBron. But he messed us up that night. We were up by 12. He tries to sun LeBron. LeBron was like, what? And they just stormed back. We were like, yo, bro, leave it alone. Sometimes you just gotta leave it alone.
You know what I'm saying? So that's my issue with Julius. It's not like I don't like. I think Julius Randle's good. I just don't think like he's not what I don't feel like he is what New York is about.
He's a good dude though too.
In the long term, you know.
But he started that whole. He started that whole. We in here, New York. We here. Yeah, he embraced the city though. He did, and he gave us a crazy discount that no one's talking about. 4 years, $100-something million. Knicks saved a bunch of money with that.
Yeah.
And people, you know what? Don't sleep on Fournier either. Fournier could play, man. That guy's he creates. Nice. He's a creator. Yeah. You ever see? He's like sort of like a magician with the ball, man. He's not that typical like European player that can't dribble. He's not a catch and shoot type of guy. He could move. He's good.
And we'll see how Kemba does. I wanna.
Yeah, I don't know. You know.
Hopefully he's health. It's health. That's all it is.
It's health with Kemba. Yup.
But you know, so I think it'll take the stress off of Derrick Rose. Now, you know what I'm saying? That's a good thing for them to like, you know, switch back and forth.
And Rose don't have to play 1 million minutes like he was towards the end of the season.
Yeah.
You know what? Quickly looks good, man. All rookies, McBride, Grimes, those dudes.
You know who looks good?
Who?
Obi.
Obi's looking good. Brooklyn's own. We got Sims.
Summer League, man. Yeah. Obi's been lighting it up. I like because here's the thing, in the playoffs, I felt like he was the only player that I felt like besides like D Rose. And it's not even because D Rose and all them, they've been there, they've been in the playoffs, and they've been in playoff battles.
Mm-hmm.
But like for the new guys that haven't been in playoff battles, I feel like Obi was the only one that played with any type of urgency.
He did.
Or aggressiveness.
He did.
With the limited minutes that he had, when he came in, like he was cooking. You know what I'm saying? He was trying to get shit done. But like it seemed like everybody else was like they were just like they didn't really know what to do. You know what I'm saying? It was really weird.
And you know what it is? We really had no shooters either. And I felt
y'all could have played a lot better than you did.
Oh yeah, well, because Randall and RJ, like Stephen A says, they learn if you make them go to the left, I believe, they can't score.
Yeah.
So, there was a lot of exposure there too. Like they got exposed. And the Hawks did almost go to the finals though, too. Let's be honest. I mean, it's not like the Hawks are a bunch of scrubs. I mean, the Hawks lit it up. They got hot too. They remind me of the Knicks from the 90s. Remember when the Knicks got hot? When Allen used to hit that teardrop. And then we had Spreewell, we had Camby, and LJ hit
that. 99 when they
99
when they were the AC.
The AC.
They made it
all the way to the finals. They remember LJ hit that 4-point play and all that. Like, they reminded me of the Knicks, the Hawks, that last year. So they got hot. I mean, they beat the Knicks up. But I like Grimes, man. I like McBride. I like those rookies we got. I love them.
What is your prediction for this year?
4th seed again. 4th to 5th seed. I feel like because I think the East got better and healthier.
Yeah, but I think they'll break down eventually.
You think so?
Yeah.
We need another piece. We're a piece away.
No, I'm not talking about the Knicks breaking down. I'm talking about other teams breaking down.
Well, the Bulls. That's the wild card there. You don't like the Bulls. You said that. You said you didn't like the pickups.
I don't like the pickups. I like the Bulls. I like the organization. I just don't like the pickups.
You didn't like the Ball, and I didn't like the Rosen.
Ball makes sense. The DeMar DeRozan that didn't make any
0 sense at all.
Listen, thank you. I'm at a point where I'm like, yo, spend money on aging players. I'm not really with it.
I'm a no-go with that.
Unless you know they automatically gonna give you like Hall of Fame numbers.
Unless you're KD or Kyrie, like someone like the LeBron. Yeah.
But like Kyle Lowry?
Nah, hell nah. You seen the Knicks fans in that group that they banished you from? They were like, we didn't get Lowry.
You from?
Yeah, they banished you for that shit.
I left.
I put free run and everything. They wasn't trying
they just kept banning me. That's what it was.
But why? Why you?
Because I be saying real stuff, and then like, you know what it is, man. Because people like, this is the crazy thing, and this is why the world is as crazy it is, right? This is a microscopic version, a miniature version of why the planet is the way it is as far as people are concerned, right? So you have a group on Facebook, right?
Yeah.
And you have people that are a part of that group that are actual like basketball aficionados.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They understand, you know what I'm saying? They get the nuances of the game and they know how to like, and they watch enough of the team to know like the weaknesses, the strengths, like, or whatever. And then you have, that's about 20%.
Yeah.
Maybe 15%. And then you have the 85% that come in and don't know shit
at all.
And they're literally like, yo, we can trade Obi Toppin and Kevin Knox for LeBron. It will be great next year. And it's just like, yo, bro, like who told you to talk? You know what I'm saying?
My dad always laughs, man. My dad's like, yo, because sometimes, but I think that happens to every fan base where you overrate your own. I remember one guy, my dad called me. He said, did you see what he just wrote? He was like, it was like for Kevin Knox, Dennis Smith Jr. They were like, we'll take that for LeBron, but we refuse to give in Mitch. We refuse to give up Mitch for LeBron. Like, yo.
Yeah.
Bro.
I'm in a fan group. I'm in 2 team fan groups.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in the Nets and I'm in the Timberwolves.
Yes, you told me in the Timberwolves. Yeah, I remember.
I was booted from the Timberwolves for a while, and then they asked me back.
That's a weird group. Yeah, that's so weird. That's like so.
Because you know why? Because Minnesota is very liberal, right? Very like democratic, like liberal leftist. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody love everybody. And when the Jimmy Butler thing happened, when he forced the trade from Minnesota when he went to Philly, right? Is that what happened?
Butler went from Minnesota to Philly and then from Philly to Miami.
Yeah. And so like when all that stuff went down with Karl Anthony Towns and Andrew Wiggins and basically told them they were all scrubs. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I was like, I agreed. I was like, yo, bro, they're not winners. I said that in the group. And so like we got into it. Like I got into it with a couple of people, and then like the person that ran the group was like, yo, you're done, you're out of here. Because they were like,
Well,
yo, you can't be that mean to Cat. Cat is gonna be Hall of Fame. And it's like, yo, bro, but he's not playing well.
yeah,
You know what
he's
I'm saying?
going to
Like
the Hall
he's
of
not
Fame.
he's playing for stats. He's not playing to win. He doesn't
Right.
have the winning mentality. Jimmy Butler has the winning mentality, but wish he had Cat skills.
Yeah, because Jimmy Butler's a bulldog, bro. That
He
dude,
is a bulldog,
he a
but he's
bulldog.
not. But he's got the winning mentality, but like he doesn't have the skill set of other players that should have a winning mentality, and they'd be way better off.
Cat's
But the
lazy.
Nets,
Cat is
my Nets
lazy.
group,
Mm-hmm.
super lazy. My Nets group just as bad.
Oh, really?
Like,
Well, that doesn't shock me though. That's just arrogance right now from
bro,
them.
like because like for instance, like the last playoff series, everybody's like, yo, we need to get rid of Joe Harris and we need to, and it's like, yo, bro, you don't understand. Like, that's the farthest he's ever played deep into the playoffs. The man's tired. You can't expect him to be like, it's like KD missing that, like, airballing that last shot. It's like
Oh, but
KD
that
played
yeah.
53 minutes. He
Look at
played
Skip.
53 minutes.
Yeah, Skip Bayless talking about, oh, he airballed. No, it wasn't Skip, it was Shannon said, oh, he airballed it. But I'm like, the guy
He
played
played 50.
100 minutes that game.
Yeah. Yeah, bro. Like he played every minute except for 1 minute.
1 minute. Come on, bro. Yeah.
You can't by himself. He's by himself. He literally almost beats you by himself.
Well,
It
that's
came
why
down
they
to
have the
one
thing.
shot.
That's why they have a thing called the rookie wall. Because you come from college, you're barely playing. Then you hit the pros and you're playing full seasons. You got 82 games.
Yeah.
I mean, they were gassed, man.
You have to work up that you have to definitely work up that the endurance.
And be honest, too, that's what happened to the Knicks. Tibbs worked them. They overachieved in the regular season. When they got to the playoffs, they were gassed. They were gassed. Derrick Rose, you see Derrick Rose towards the end. He was like the movie Platoon, where William Dafoe was like running and getting a shot up. That's how I was looking at the Rose. I was like, I heard the noises and stuff. I was like, yo.
But yeah, definitely. The Facebook group, like the groups, like for like teams, like a lot of people say reckless things and they don't understand what's really going on, and like they just say things and it's like, oh, but like we're not watching the same game. Like I play AAU, I played with NBA players growing up. Like I played varsity basketball. I could have went to college, but like I didn't care. You know what I'm saying? Like I wasn't focused enough to care, and that's my fault. You know what I'm saying? Not to say like, oh, I could have been. You know what I'm saying? Like I knew what I was capable of doing. I just didn't do it because I wasn't focused enough to do it. But like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I understand the nuances of the game. I understand, like, you know what I'm saying? Like the X's and O's, the analytics, or if you want to call it that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, you know what I mean? You talk to a lot of people that are like, it's like the conversation I have with people like when like about music. Like there are people who are like, well, I can like what I want to like because it's subjective. And it's like, it's not subjective. It's about having like an expert opinion. If you understand how things work, you know that certain things are good and certain things are not good.
I don't care if you look at, but that Love Is Blind. And no, if the music sucks, the music sucks, bro.
It's like that Knicks group, right? It was like Frank Ntilikina or whatever. Like they kept going hard for him, and it was like, yo, bro, he's not going to be any better than he is.
Oh, man. The guy stinks.
I think Frank is the reason why I'm not in the group, because as much as they were going in about like, yo, just need to give Frank that one good try, man. Once he gets in there, he's gonna. It's like, yo, bro, it's not gonna happen. It's been 3 years already. It's not gonna happen.
I think Frank is one of the main reasons why you're in Brooklyn today, why you're with the Nets today. I think he pushed you over the top. Like you were like, once he got Frank, he was like, I'm done with this shit. You like, no, but my dad said, bro, can you go in there and just type, what do you got? Looking at this guy stings. You know what happens though with those groups and stuff? I look at it like, okay, you ever see? Remember Jarhead? He said, "Oh, my dad was in Vietnam," and he asked him, "Well, did he ever tell you about it?" He said, "No." He said, "Okay, yeah, because that means he really been there." If you talk so much, the more you talk, the less you really know. Like you don't see us active in those groups. We're not typing. I'm not in there like, oh, the Giants, Knicks, Mets. I just watch. I never communicate with the group. I just like observe it. And I'd be scratching my head most of the time, like, what are you? But the Knicks fans are the most like, are just like oblivious and out of this world. Remember, I even put the post. I said, you guys are just the stupidest fan base I've ever seen.
I think the Joe Harris thing that triggered me where because most of the time I don't really say much, but the Joe Harris thing that really triggered me into like, or like when Kyrie had the sprained ankle and there was a kid and like I was gonna cook him. I was gonna roast him so bad, but I realized he was like a kid, like he was actually like 14, 15 years old. So I let him go. But he was like, yo, I sprained my ankle one time and I was back on my feet like 2 days later.
Yeah,
it's like,
but you're not NBA.
You're not playing maximum like minutes in an NBA game and stretching your athleticism to the brink.
You got to free from a defender. You're not doing none of that.
Right. And I'm like, yo, bro, like you don't know what you're talking about. And then like I went to and I had to check this page because sometimes you got to check the page just to you're just like, oh, you're just a kid. I'm like, yo, I'm not even gonna talk to you about this. Obviously, you never had your ankle sprain. I sprained my ankle one time. I was done for a week and a half. So I still have trouble with my ankles from that specific sprain. Like for a week and a half, I was down.
You're done. It cripples you.
Yeah.
Look, I remember they had to cart me out of school. I pulled my groin playing basketball. That was the worst pain I've ever felt in my life. It completely cripples you.
Yeah.
My leg just went under me. Shoot. There was I couldn't even move. That groin just controlled everything. They had to take me out in the stretcher.
And so you're talking about NBA players that put everything on the floor. They literally max their bodies out on the floor. So it's like, if you're maxing out your body on the floor and you got a slightest injury, it's gonna be a problem. That's why people don't understand when they're just like, oh, you just like LeBron's gonna sit because he's got to pull a groin. Like, bro, do you understand how much that hurts?
That shit hurts. That shit hurts.
Pressure onto your body.
Yeah, I could say that for a fact.
You can't do it.
That shit hurts. That shit hurts.
It's not cool. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why people got to be. That's why like I got disturbed with you. Not really disturbed, but
no, you told me like I was talking reckless.
But like the Kyrie thing, and it's just like, yo, bro, like you know what I'm saying? Like you were not in these people's shoes.
Well, he's just some spiritual shit. You know, it's more of a.
Well, that's fine, and I agree in certain things. I think he should do more things in the off season and stop worrying about it during the season. And if he doesn't, if that is taking control of like what his renting space in his mind, maybe he should think about taking a year off or just being done with basketball altogether.
He's not going to play forever, Kyrie. He's not the type of dude where you're going to be like, oh, I think he needs to hang it up. He's going to be gone before you know it.
Yo, I think honestly, if they win one in Brooklyn,
I can see him going.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah. He ain't going to stick around. He's not that type of
player. I said that this year. I said if they win this whole thing, Kyrie's done. He's gonna retire. And that's fine.
And that's fine. Yeah, he's going to the Hall of Fame anyway. Cat is going to the Hall of Fame too. Everyone in the NBA now goes to the Hall of Fame. So it's like one of those days, everyone, I was like, how are you in the Hall of Fame? You score 10 points a game. But it was just like, you know, like I was looking at Rodman's stats, right? And I said, you know what? When I actually look back at his numbers and stuff, I was like, yeah, I guess he added more stuff beyond the score card or whatever within the box score. But I was like, yeah, but when I was actually like analyzing him and stuff, I was like, take those years with Jordan away. Does he make the Hall of Fame? Because I was like, I don't know. That was just me when I was looking at his stats the other night. Yeah, he was good, but you remember him with the Jordan years. Like I was really getting into his stats and stuff. I was like, I don't know. If he never played for those Bulls teams, I don't think he's in the Hall of Fame. That's what really.
He was doing this, but like he was doing the same with Detroit, though.
Yeah, then he went to San Antonio for a year, and I don't know. That was just me. I was like, I don't know. Everyone gets in. Everybody gets in.
And you have to attribute what he did outside the game as well, as far as like he was a polarizing figure, you know, with the hair, you know, marrying Carmen Electra and wearing a dress.
Dressing up in drag.
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he changed.
Kim Jong-un and all this other crazy
shit.
Yeah,
he changed how, you know what I'm saying? Like, think about that. He's the reason why they brokered the deal for Donald Trump to even go to North Korea.
That's the craziest thing. Dennis Rodman is responsible.
We can hate Trump. we can hate Trump all we want, but Dennis Rodman was a pivotal figure into making that
Yeah.
happen.
Yes, he was. I
That's some
completely agree.
humanitarian shit right there, man. Like, yo, bro, like you got an American president to go to North Korean soil and shake hands.
That's some crazy shit because of Dennis Rodman. That is like kind of insane. When you actually look, it is kind of insane. Like
you got to give him his flowers a little bit. You got to let him know, like, yo, bro, like you're a man. So I think there's a lot of things that factor in. It's like if I feel he was very pivotal as far as those Bulls teams too, because I don't think if he might have needed Jordan, but they needed him as well. If he wasn't on those teams, yo, bro, Karl Malone and John Stockton would have ate that team alive.
I was gonna say that they might not have beat the Jazz without him.
Yeah.
People forget how good those Jazz teams were, man.
Yeah.
Those teams were good. Hornacek and Malone and Stockton and
Byron Russell.
Yeah, Byron Russell.
Greg Ostertag.
Yeah, your boy Ostertag. Yup. That big white dude in the middle. He was good. I like that.
I don't know if you remember. I remember vividly when they suspended Shaquille O'Neal one game because he walked into the Utah Jazz practice and smacked the shit out of Greg Ostertag in the Utah Jazz practice. Like he had no business being he had no business being in Utah, and he walked into their practice. Just walked up on the court and to see Greg Ostertag walked up to him and smacked the shit out of him and walked out. They ended up, I think he got suspended for one game for that.
Oh, I looked that up. I didn't even know about that. I forgot about that. He smacked him backwards. He did it back.
If that time of basketball was crazy. Sacramento.
I remember
people forget how good like Chris Webber and like Jason Williams and all that.
Wasn't there some foolery that went on behind the scenes? Wasn't there some type of refs, they should have went?
The refs fucked them over. They called the games for the Lakers.
That was
in the favor of the Lakers.
That was bullshit. So, that's King's team. At least they should have won one championship. How good they did. White chocolate. Oh, yeah. You had Stojakovic. He was banging threes from half court, and you had Chris Webber. Vlade Divac. They were good, man. They were. Who's the other guy they had too?
Doug Christie,
Turkoglu. Remember Hajduk Turkoglu? They had the other dude too, the point guard. The little guy, the ball black dude. He was like a speedy
Mike
type
Bibby.
dude. No, Mike Bibby, his backup. I forgot about Mike Bibby too. Yeah, and then his back was the little quick black dude with the ball head. He was a good player too.
Was it Bobby Jackson?
Bobby Jackson. Yes, it was. Bobby Jackson. He was a good player too.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, yeah, they were better than the Lakers team, man. They got screwed up. What was that? It was Tim Donahue, right? Was the ref?
I don't remember. Yeah. The ref, yeah.
Tim Donahue or whatever, yeah. Because that Kings team was off the chain.
And then the
Sonics, the
Trailblazers,
Rasheed Wallace, the Jailblazers. Remember you had Wallace, J.R. Ryder, yes,
Damon
Stoudemire.
Scottie Pippen was part of that team too.
Scottie Pippen, Zach Randolph.
Yeah.
This dude Sabonis.
That's Arvydas Sabonis.
Yeah, Arvydas Sabonis. Dope. His son is good too, man.
Yeah.
His son's a good player. Man. His son's really good for the Pacers. I remember Sean Kemp, Detlef Schrempf, Gary Payton. What's his name? He was a veteran on that team. Wasn't Kendall Gill? No, Kendall Gill was with the Nets. He had a name like.
I think he was on the Sonics.
He was on the Sonics too, right? Kendall Gill. Yeah, they had a solid team, but Jordan just destroyed everybody.
Yeah, bro. People forget like how good Jordan is.
That's like, you know what? I'm shocked when people say LeBron is better. Look, I'm glad I witnessed LeBron play, but at the same time, I also witnessed Jordan play, and Jordan was just like an assassin. So.
I actually watched this thing with this guy. He's got one video on YouTube, and he compares. It's just one video. That's it. He's got like millions of views. It's just one video on his account, and it's Jordan versus LeBron, and he breaks down everything. He breaks down points. He breaks down skills. He breaks down analytics, efficiency. You know what I'm saying? Legacy. Like he breaks down everything, like trophies, like championships. Like so, he breaks it every category down. Like scientifically, this guy breaks everything down. and basically like Jordan's, it's a no-brainer. Jordan was that much better. Like
Come
people don't
on.
realize like I heard a rumor once that Jordan actually counted down. He would go into a game and be like 38 points tonight. And then he hit the shot, okay, 36 points, 34, 33. You know what I'm saying? I'll hit a 3-point, so it'd be 31. You know what I'm saying? Like and one, all right, I'm down to 20, 28 points. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he was like he was masterful.
He was
And people don't
methodical.
realize
Like,
those later years, like 96, 97, 98, like those years, bro, he barely played the fourth quarter. People don't realize that.
well, they were so good.
He was cooking everybody that he was just like,
Yeah,
all right,
they were.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
The rest is for y'all. I did my part. You know what I'm
right.
saying? Like you,
That's why
Ron
y'all.
Harper, Scottie Pippen, y'all do the rest.
That's why I said,
I'm
"Oh,
done.
Jordan has more." I mean, LeBron has more career points than Jordan. But Jordan, first of all, Jordan missed how many years when he went to go play baseball? He retired like 8 times,
2
and
years.
then yeah,
2
and
years.
then he didn't play fourth quarters after the time. He was resting.
And then he got hurt. He got hurt the one year. His second year, he got hurt.
He got hurt
most of that year.
Yeah.
So literally, he didn't play that many seasons.
Right. Yeah. If you look
and
at,
plus,
he didn't have a lot of wear and tear on his body. He didn't.
And you got to factor in the 4 years of college.
That's true too. He did do 4 years because a lot of players.
And he got a chip. He got a chip in college too. So
at least Ewing got one chip.
See, that's the thing that people, you know what I'm saying? Like LeBron was just like he's a force, but it's like, yo, bro, like you didn't go get that college ring though.
No. Ewing got one, right? Ewing got a chip.
I think so.
Melo has a chip in college.
Melo got that.
Yeah, no, that's also special too. It's hard. I think it's even harder to get a chip in college sometimes.
Oh yeah, because one game you're done.
Yeah, March Madness and stuff the way it is. Yeah, I think it's even harder.
And the way they do the brackets, like if you lose like 5 games compared to losing the 4 games, like the way you're situated in the bracket is completely different. Like, yo, bro, game, you know what I'm saying? It's a different ball game. You know what I mean? So I don't know, man. Like, oh, my bad. My cousin texting me. But like, yeah, I mean, it is what it is. So what's up with I'm looking forward to I'm really ready for football season.
No, you know what? Me too, because I believe it or not, I was so desperate for football. I was actually watching the Jet game. To be honest, I was so desperate just to watch a game. The Jets were on, and I watched them.
You gotta give me that. You gotta get me that login so I can watch some games, man.
Oh yeah. I'll send it to you right now. I'll send it to you. I'll send you the information.
I just want the local channels and like MSG.
Yeah.
You know what I mean,
I'll send that to you. No problem. No problems.
Because I don't want to pay for cable this year. I don't know how I winged it last year. I did something, but I ended up having to pay like a bunch of money for it. So yeah.
Shout outs to Kaz too, by the way. I mean, he's been missing in action ever since Jared deleted his friend request. Well, I don't know, something happened. And then I guess he was upset that we was on the show, whatever. But shout outs to him too, because I know he felt a certain way that you said that he was the most interesting man in the world or whatever. So
he is the most interesting man.
Shout outs to him too. You be bullying everybody.
He is the most interesting man. What do you mean? I didn't mean it in a bad way. That's my dude. Whenever I see him, that's my dude. I give him a hug and a pound. Like, what?
You do.
He acts like I just don't care about.
You went to his birthday party. You surprised him at his birthday. Like you went beyond the Call of Duty.
See, it's like, who treated you so wrong back in the day that they saw Cass and told you you're the most interesting man in the world? Whereas when I said, you automatically assume that I'm just talking shit. I didn't say anything bad to you. You know what I'm saying?
No, it was actually a compliment.
Who hurt you previously to make you feel like I'm trying to hurt your feelings? Like I got nothing but love for college all day long.
All day, nothing but love.
He just don't. I felt like saying something to him on the PlayStation one day, and I was like, let me send him a message. Like, you know what? Get out your feelings, bro. I got nothing but love for you.
And I don't care what they feel about me. He hangs out with a bunch of clowns and bozos. So that's what it is. And if they want to come at me, they can come at me. But other than that, he hangs out a bunch of bozos. But
what, in Pennsylvania?
No, over here.
Is he back out here?
No, he's in Pennsylvania, but all his friends are here and they're all clowns or whatever. So how you gonna blame me if your brother died of COVID? That's not my problem. But yeah.
Wait, what?
I don't know. One of our friends, one of our friends' brothers died of COVID. He gonna take it out on me. I'm not God, bro. I can't help you. What do you want me to do?
No, I mean, and like you could tell him, man, like when you talk to him, like there's no. I'm the one that's asking about his mom, making sure his mom was all right.
Every day we was asking about. Shout out to his mom. I hope his mom is fine.
Yeah,
we were asking. Like, you and I were on top of that. And for some
Yeah.
reason, whenever we do something, he takes it personal. But everyone else could shit on him, and it's fine.
I got nothing but love for him, man. He knows that.
Yeah.
Stop, man.
I think he unsubscribed to the show and everything. So I think we're talking to the air right now. But it is what it is, bro. It is what it is.
I'll just text him and be like, "Yo,
stop
being a bum. Just listen." Bro.
Yeah, like, come on, man. Listen.
Niggas ain't got nothing but love for you, man.
Nothing but love. Like, come on. This is what it is. This is love, man. This is what the foundation of Another Shade of Blue is built upon love. We are a family show. We're for the people. We're trying to unite fan bases everywhere.
We might be rough around the edges, but you know what? It is a family show because we have nothing but love for everybody and for the babies and for everybody. You know what I'm saying? So,
and you know what? The unique
man, woman, and
situation,
child,
right? And the unique situation,
a podcast, man, for the babies.
And a unique situation we got going on is we kind of get on New York because I feel like, remember we were talking about the Kobe mural and Prince and all that. Like we feel like sometimes in New York we're too accepting of everyone else and everyone else shits on us. And I feel like sometimes with us it's the same way. Like we always giving everybody love and embracing everybody, and we get shit on. And it's like, there's nothing but love here, man. That's what we're trying to unite all the fan bases. We're trying to just make this one big team, and so we could all just be together. You know what I mean? I love the fact that we had Todd on the show. We're Met fans and we had a Red Sox fan on the show. It's like we got Jared. Jared's it's his show. And we Dodgers.
If we didn't win in '86, he wouldn't have been on the show.
He would not have been on the show. You're right. But you know what I mean? But
Todd, I'm just
we love you, Todd. We love you, Todd. We're gonna go to the house too. We're gonna go to the house for sure. We love you, Todd. But like with Jason, you and Jason got to talk it out. You and Jason are gonna have an opportunity to talk this out, and we're gonna, listen. We New York, man. We built different, so it is what it is, dude.
I'm not even sure if I want to talk.
Nah, you're gonna exchange pleasantries or whatever.
We'll talk on the show, but I mean, like as far as like hashing something out, like I'm good. Because I don't feel that way. I never felt that way. That whatever the problem is, that's your problem. It's not my problem. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, like
I wasn't mad at you. Like I didn't forget that you existed. I know you existed, but like, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've never harbored any sentiments. So that's whatever beef you got, that's something on you. Because I don't.
It's equivalent of his brother dying of COVID and he blaming you for it. It's just, I hate to keep going back to that same example, but it's just, yo, bro, we can't save the world, man. I just have a YouTube show, bro. I can't save your brother from COVID, bro. What do you want me to do?
That's for something I had to learn, man. You can't make everybody happy. People gonna hate you. You're never gonna be, people hated Jesus, bro. People found reasons to not like Jesus. Think about that.
He was raising people back for the dead. He was turning water into wine and everything. And everyone was like, nah.
My man was moonwalking on the water and everything. He just like, I hate it.
And they were like, nah, he ain't all tight. He ain't for us. Like, yo, bro. He turned empty baskets with bread and fish and everything. Like,
you talking about a man that did nothing wrong.
Nothing at all. Life. Never. And everyone shit on him.
People still feel like they hated him. So that's
for no reason
whatsoever. I gotta learn, like, yo, not everybody's gonna like you. So it is what it is. We can talk, whatever, you know what I mean? But like,
we're just built different too, man.
Yo, in your mom, you know what I'm saying? Everybody's mother tells them the same. Not everybody's gonna like you.
No, my dad used to tell me that all the time. Listen, you got, opinions like assholes. Everyone has his own. He said you could have 99 people in that room that love you, and then there's always going to be that one person that just doesn't like you. Not that person's cup of tea, and that person's not my cup of tea. Everyone has their own preferences, whatever. I try to get along with everybody as you do too. You give everyone chances and stuff like that, and
Oh yeah, yeah. That's why I draw the line with people was because there's a lot of people that like feel like they, you know, um, they don't give you a chance as a person, and you can't live your life like that. So it's like that person could save your life. You know what I'm saying? Like
And
that person could literally save your life if it came down to it. But you were shitty to that person for no reason and made them feel a certain way. So they walk by you and not do anything for you in an instant. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that's how I feel. It's like if you embrace people, like later down the road, like that person might have something that you absolutely need, and they'll be willing to help you out. It's like
you
you
never
can't, you can
know.
all, yeah, you always have to have those doors open with people. You know what I'm saying? So it's like for instance, like that Jason dude, like, we could have had the conversation or whatever, but it's like a lady just hit me up the other day. The lady I used to work with, her son does ballet, and he was gonna move out to Seattle to go dance for like 6 months, and he just needed to find an apartment.
Okay. And you could have
And I could have
touched
I
base with
could have
him.
hollered at him and been like, "Yo, bro, do you know anything like short term rentals or whatever that he could have done, or Airbnb or whatever the case may be?" You know what I'm saying? And that kid could be. I mean, he's not doing it anymore, but that kid could have been on his way to Seattle to go dance for 6 months. You know what I'm saying? So I don't. I always keep the door open with people. You know what I'm saying? I'm not that type of person unless you do something real drastic to me. You know what I'm saying? Then we can't be friends. But like but I know the difference between people. Like, there's a lot of people that try to use me. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? I just had that situation where I felt like a friend. I thought we were friends, and I still think we're friends. But I mean, like, I just kind of got to stay away from him because it's like he's just using me to get where he wants to be in life, and it's like, uh, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, like, you know what I mean? Like, we could do this together, but like, I'm not gonna be a stepping stone. Just not. You know what I'm saying? Like, for you to get where you need to go. It's not like my other man. You know what I'm saying? Like my man that I do music with, as far as like putting stuff out on his label or whatnot. Like,
Dad, I'll answer your call later. Sorry, Ron. That was Dad.
nah, it's cool. But like, what was I saying? Oh, like, you know what I'm saying? We have a communal, like, you know what I mean, like, effort together. You know what I'm saying? So it's
Okay.
like we want to win together. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's the same thing with like other people. Like, for instance, like this show, like, I mean, technically it's not my show. I'm just here when you asked me to be here. But I want you to win.
Right. No, but you're becoming. I mean, you are the show too, though. That's not.
Yeah,
It's
listen, man. Like,
us. It's
I'm the Artie Lang of the bunch. That's
we're
it.
the trifecta. We're,
Yeah,
we're, we're the trifecta here, man. We all,
yeah.
and we all bring something. Like, that's the funny thing that you bring that up, because like I feel out of us three, the one that's not mean, because I love Jared to death. He's a good dude. But what I'm saying is, like, he's the least out of us. Like, he's the hardest one for me to get along with, I think. Like, I feel like,
Really?
yeah, I do feel like that.
I don't think so.
I think so. I think he is tough to get along with, as far as, and we're the New Yorkers. Like, he's
You're a hard
different.
personality to manage sometimes.
Me?
Yeah,
I'm a hard personality to manage. I don't know about that. I think I'm the
sometimes,
good one
man.
of the show, but I think I'm like the relaxed one. But you know what I mean? See how
Nah,
this
because
always turns into you and Jared against me? You see what I'm saying? It always ends up it always
no,
ends up you and Jared
it's
teaming
not
up on me.
it's not a bad thing. It's just sometimes you just you don't budge on certain things. That's all.
I don't budge.
Yeah, you get in your mode of comfort or whatever, like where you're comfortable at, and you don't like to budge from that at all.
No, I don't like mumble rap and all that crap.
No,
But
it's not about.
I
It's not.
know, I
It's
know.
not
I'm
even
just
about
throwing the
that.
shot. I'm just throwing the shot.
It's just. I'm just saying, like, I mean, like, you have something in your head, and that's just the way it is. And like, there's no. That's why I don't even talk to you about music like that, because I know it's
Yeah, we don't discuss
like
music
I'll be
though.
like, "Yo, did you see the Kanye thing?
Nah.
That thing was crazy." And you just like,
I'm like, what? I'm like,
when you told me
you
you
know
didn't like
what?
Jay Z, I was just like,
I don't
"Yo,
like
bro."
Jason. No, but you know what though? Let me tell you something. You weren't gonna appreciate this from Jason. He messaged me and he said, "What is your favorite diss song of all time or whatever?" And I said, Cormega dissing Nas in Nature. And he said, yeah, me too. He said, that's the greatest diss song of all time. So there you go. You guys
think so?
It's that or The Bridge Is Over. KRS-One.
Man, I don't know.
You don't think I mean, we were speechless when that song came out. I remember we were both like, oh, damn. When Cormega dropped that. I mean, we both were like, oh,
no,
shit.
Yeah, but I mean, as far as like this song's like, I'd have to think about it, man. I don't really know.
What do you think Jared's opinion is?
What, hit him up?
Yeah, you already know. You already know.
No, because I mean, I feel like Biggie and like Jay has some real slick stuff to say sometimes. Like Kicking the Door.
Keep talking. Uh-huh.
That was Kicking the Door was against Nas. That was for Nas. People don't realize that. You talk about the Tupac thing on Brooklyn's Finest. This guy just disappeared on me. What are you doing over there? He definitely has me. I'll wait for him to come back. Yo, people are wild.
Okay, I'm back. I don't know if you were concerned about me. You didn't see me drink like a gallon of water since we've been on this show. I couldn't hold it no more, bro. I had to go. I hate to get up midair like that.
See, it sucks because I don't know if somebody was in the. I don't know if somebody was like in the chat, so I could like sit there and talk.
Yeah, someone is watching us though. There was 2 people watching us. I don't know who they are. I don't know who they are.
Dipped and they were like, "Yo, I don't want to look at this motherfucker."
They're like, "Oh, this is the grumpy one." Hold on. Yeah, no, we still have someone else in. We have one guy watching. I don't know who it is though. But the whole show we've had 2. I just don't know who they are because no one said anything. Next time you guys are watching the show, can you just say it's me, so I know who's watching?
Or donate to the cause.
Yeah, can hit because Uncle Ron and Phil need a little something. But I could use some gear, whatever. Hook me up. Come on. We've had it hard enough being from New York, man. Come on. And with Meth fans, So I think that one person watches Jared. Mr. Jared, love you, my brother.
Jared all day.
No, Jared would have texted though. Jared would have said
he's probably laughing like, "Oh, Phil is a tough personality to manage."
No, I know he thinks I'm tough to manage sometimes. I think he feels like that. He don't say it sometimes, but I think he feels like that too. But you know what it is? He's seen me do a 360. I used to be the meanest person in the world to him, and now he could do whatever he wants, and I never get mad at him, except for when we was at the game that day. So at the Met game that day, I lost it. I was like, just all the frustration. I was like, fuck Jared, man. I was like, fuck him. I was like, who he think he is? I was like, I'm from New York. But then I was like, I love him. That's my brother. And I'll see him on the next show.
See, me and Jared are just cool. We keep it cool.
So what? So you think I'm the emotional one of the group?
You keep it cool. But I think certain things agitate you. And then you start to get like a little sideways. That's why I just like, you know what? I'm gonna let him just do him.
No, like I try to explain, I have a severe temper that I've been trying to work on for a long time. The show, see, at work, like Udelka says, at the work, at my job, and on the show, I'm different than how you guys know me. Right? Like Jared and I always talk about that. So the people that know me from my job and watch me on the show, I'm not that nice. You know what I mean? It's like I try not to like, Nah,
I know. Yeah, I
already know. Right. See, but you're the same way on air or off the air. You're just the same, even as with me. Like, I'm not gonna lie, when we seen each other at the Met game the other day, I couldn't believe the hug you gave me. You put like love into the hug. Like that really stuck out to me. I didn't tell you that at the time, but it really stuck out to me.
Because you my guy, though.
Right, we're brother, right. No, but you like really like embraced me that day at the game. And it meant a lot to me to feel like the love come from you like that. Because you're not really that type of person either. You just saw steady. Like you don't get too high or low. Like you get the lottery right now, and your face will be the exact same way it is right now.
No, it won't.
You know, man. No, Lisa will be like, motherfucker, we just
no, it would be like the Jordan like pump, like the woosah.
Right.
Let's go spend this money. You know what I mean?
This money. You better not forget about me too. I'm right here, brother. You gotta
Venmo, bro. Listen,
send me some shit.
I haven't mapped out if I ever win the lottery. I don't play just for public consumption. I don't play the lottery that often, but when I do, you know what I'm saying, it's high stakes. So if I ever win the lottery, just know I'm disappearing from everybody. And just know in 1 month's time, there will be a ticket in the mail for the family to come to an undisclosed location that person will they will know. They will go get on a plane or like on a private jet or something like that. And they will go to this undisclosed location and I will be there. And then we will celebrate to celebrate.
Can you invite Jason? Otherwise, he's going to feel like you don't love him.
He's not family yet.
Oh, he's not in the circle. He's not in the circle.
He's not fam.
This is all about the circle, man. The circle of trust. Like
you gotta understand, in my circle, brother, there's way more fearsome people than me. So
break it down. Break it down to science, man. Come on.
Yeah, no, there's people that are way more aggressively and way more ruthless than I am. I'm the nice guy.
Right. We're the nice guys.
You don't want to be on an island with the rest of us, man, because it'll be murderous row out there. You're gonna be going home.
Stop. He's gonna start crying. So just leave it alone.
No. No, that's my guy, man. I don't mean nothing by it. I'm just letting them know.
Listen,
because you know what it is, man. It's like people that like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you know that your friend can't fight, why are you gonna get jumped when your friend just be like, yo, just stay where you at? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? It's not like, it's just like you can't take everybody you can't take certain people everywhere. You know what I'm saying?
We have another person in here now too. So can you guys write and say who's watching the show? I just want to know. I want to know who's watching the show. But because I don't want to say nothing slick, but let me just tell me who it is.
No, but yeah, definitely.
But that's all dude though. At the end of the day, man.
If I was gonna win the lottery, that's what would happen. I would disappear for a month, and then you would get something in the mail to be like, "Yo, be at Teterboro Airport at this time. Pack your shit, quit your job, wow." You know, so that's how that'll work. You know what I mean? So
I got to give you credit on something, by the way. Now that I have you on the air, that I forgot to tell you. So I was explaining to Gene Carlos, to Yogi, about because as I was cleaning the other day, I was listening to your album. So I had your album going, and he focused on the album cover. So I went into the way you flipped that painting was genius. I love the way. Oh man, the Basquiat. Was it Basquiat? What's it? How do you pronounce it?
Basquiat, yeah.
Basquiat. The way you flipped his painting, and the way you put his painting with your face behind it, and like that.
I was painted that.
Who?
I painted that.
But you took the inspiration from his painting, right? Because it looks exactly the same.
No.
But your face is behind it.
Really, to be honest with you, no, that didn't come from.
No, because I'll tell you what, you fooled me.
I came up with that myself.
Yeah, but it wasn't inspired by his style though, because it looks exactly. He has a painting. Did you see it? Well, I'm sure you did. I mean, you're like an art store.
Yeah. I'm sure there was an influence there, but I mean, like when I had made that, like I came up with that concept a long time ago, about a couple years ago, and um, when I was doing graffiti, and so like
Okay.
I had made the character or whatever, and then I just thought like it symbolizes like my inner me.
It fits you to a T, by the way. Wait,
Yeah, because
I'm doing
you had because you had the dollar sign and then you had the cross. You know what I'm saying? Like as far as like being like balanced, as far as like, yeah, I'm out here for money, but I'm out here with the cross to be like try to stay righteous as possible. But like my face is like saying it all because it's like everything's a conflicting. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, I'm listening. The thing is, I'm
why
locating.
would Giancarlo say?
No, because he was like, oh, the I guess the way the cover looked, it stuck out to him. And I
You
was like,
like
oh,
it?
I said, and the name, the way the name of the album, Blade Runner Basquiat. So it was like kind of fascinating to him. So I was like, I
You
started
telling
looking
me it was
to,
me?
yeah, yeah.
What do you say to that? Because the boy don't ever speak to me. So
No, he said it's good. He said it's not his style because he likes the mumble rap or whatever, but he says it was good. It sounds good
the
for
boy's
what it
like 8 years
was.
old. What could he tell me?
Yeah, no, I was giving you constructive criticism, man.
8 year old give me constructive
So
criticism. Oh,
what I'm
that's
trying
my
to show. So
man. Man.
that is Basquiat, right?
Oh, you talking about that painting? Okay, yeah,
Right.
yeah,
And
yeah.
then this is yours.
Yeah.
So I was like, I see. So I told him that that's where I thought you kind of put your own spin on that painting. And for me, it was a
Well,
genius. It was genius.
here's the thing. Like, it wasn't originally called Blade Runner Basquiat. That was the last second like call. It
Okay.
was originally called Ramelzi versus Basquiat.
Mm,
And if people don't know who Ramelzi is an old graffiti writer from the '80s. Um,
okay.
and
You're going old school.
him and Basquiat actually had a beef, and then because Ramelzi felt like he was just as good or better than Basquiat as a painter, and
I got to
so
look at his paintings because I love Basquiat. I got to
because he
look.
does all types of stuff. He does like sculptural type stuff. He does like all types of abstract crazy things. He's so left. He's like the left field version of Basquiat, like far
Okay.
left. And they actually did a song together, but they ended up taking Basquiat off the song because he felt Basquiat couldn't rap. They made a rap song
Really?
back in the day. Yeah, I'll text you the link when
Yeah,
we get
text me
off.
the link. Yeah.
Um, but Basquiat ended up doing the cover for the single. He did 12 inch, the vinyl
Ah,
single. Basquiat did the original cover for that. So what it was supposed to be was like I said, to symbolize the cross and the
okay.
dollar sign. Ramelzi was gonna be the cross, and Basquiat was gonna be the dollar sign because Basquiat did it for like the fame and the fortune. Like Ramelzi was the one that was doing it just to do it,
Just to do it
like
for the
for the love
love
of
of the
it.
craft.
Yeah. Well, DJ Muggs from Cypress
I know
Hill,
yeah, Muggs is good, man.
he made a record with a kid from Far Rockaway, Flea Lord, and they called it Ramelzi.
Mm.
Killed my whole album rollout and
Ah,
everything,
what's the odds of that? What's the
bro.
odds of that?
It's not the first time it's happened to me. Like I have great ideas, and then my problem is I sit on great ideas, and then people eventually come with it, and they just like,
Yep.
yo, this is my idea, and I'm like, yo, I thought about that like 5, 6 years ago. Like, why
Yep.
didn't I? You know what I'm saying?
Jump
Like,
on it. You
but it's
babysit it.
all about timing. So it's not a bad deal. I like the album the way it is now, and that's why I was just like the Blade Runner Basket. Like I feel like me and Basquiat have a lot of similarities growing up. Like my mother took me like the same, like his mother. Like my mom took me into like museums, art museums, and she put me in art classes and like drawing classes and like taught me like the basics of and techniques and the skill sets
Yes.
of like painting and art all together. The same thing as Basquiat's mother did with him. But like he comes from a well-off family. People don't know that. Like his father was like a diplomat. He had money. You know what I'm saying? Like he just chose to be homeless. Whereas like the other end, in contrast, I didn't grow up as in a good
No.
environment. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it's called Blade Runner Basquiat. It's because like I'm the sound cliche. I don't want to say it, but I mean it's like the hood version of Basquiat. You know what I'm saying? The project version of it. So it's like,
Right.
You know what I mean? That's what it is. So
It was excellent. I love the album. The album cover was. I just had to tell
I
you that.
I keep hearing things, man. People like one guy had texted me, well, not texted me. He wrote like on the page. He was like saying like how it made him feel like the old days, like the old underground days.
Yep.
And
No, I
then
completely agree.
I've let my man listen to one of my mans listen to it yesterday. He really loved it. Um, there was one guy. It was funny because I thought he was playing me. Right, I sent him the album. We had talked, and I sent him the album. He lives up the block from me, and so I sent him the album.
Mm-hmm.
And then I seen him in the street one day, and I was like, "Yo, you listen to it?" And he was like, "Yo, man, I'm not gonna gas you, bro. Like, I didn't even hear it." And I'm like, "Yo, bro, you gotta play that shit." And he's like, "Yo, I got you tonight." And I'm like, "Yeah, whatever." So I'm at this point, like, I'm like, "Yo, he's a dump. Like, he's not gonna hear it." Yo, he called me like literally like 3 days later. Like, he called me on the phone. He's like, "Yo, where you at?" And I'm like, "Yo, I'm at the crib." He was like, "Yo, I'm thinking about pulling up." And I'm like, well, I'm kind of chilling in the crib. I don't even, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to be like you my man, but I'm not in the mood to like entertain anybody right now, type shit.
Right.
He was like, yo, bro. He was like, I just heard the album. And he was like,
Salty J.
bro, this shit's incredible. And I was just like, yo, thank you. And it's like, you know the difference because people can sit there and say, like, yo, I like this. But when people start hitting like points in the album, like, yo, I really liked how you did this, or that's when you know they really listen to it and they really love something. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? Because like he was even like reciting words. I'm like, yo, bro, I haven't even memorized it myself. Like you already like flipping like my style. So I was just like, so I'm hearing a lot of good things, man. It's taking its time. It's gonna take its time. So like
I'm bobbing my head because I got that Death Trap in my head right now. So I'm sitting here like that's how you see me here. I'm bumping Death Trap in my head right now. That's how it was taking me over. So that now I actually posted your album just now in the chat. I said this is Ron's album, everybody. It's right there. You guys have to check that out.
And
crazy.
You don't have to buy it. It'll be on iTunes and Spotify and all that good stuff soon. So
it is okay because I was gonna ask you about that too.
We're gonna re-release. We're gonna re-release it. We gotta do a video. I gotta get my man down here. We're gonna shoot a video. And
are you gonna do a hard copy ever?
We talked about cassette tapes because I think they're a big deal out. It's a big deal out in Japan.
Okay.
So we're gonna get the cassette tapes and ship them out to Japan. Might keep like some here.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's something that I gotta talk to them about. We have like we're still creating like a demand for it,
Because not to sound corny, but I want to put the album cover. I want to put a frame on it and hang it up somewhere because that's something we were all waiting for that forever. So I actually do. I want to get like a copy of the album cover itself and put it and frame it and then hang it up. That's what my plan is.
Yeah.
If I could talk to you somewhere about that, I don't know how we will team that or what. I'll talk to you about it. How I could get a hold of a copy of the album cover, but
because I got a dude that works for like the label or whatever. Like I've been in talks with him, and I've been kind of pussyfooting with certain things as far as like getting like I got to get him JPEGs and things like that to get like T-shirts and all types of stuff done. So, we've been in talks. It's just, you know what I'm saying? It costs money to make money, right? So
yeah, it does. Yes, it does.
It's trying to find the resources to get that stuff put together. Because once we have the product, we have to sell the product.
Right.
So, you know what I'm saying? So like, it's just about getting the money together to get the product together and start selling. Like we talk about doing bundles, like you know what I mean, like a digital download with the cassette tape with a T-shirt, maybe like a CD or something like that, like a digipack or something like that or whatever, So It's being talked about. Like I don't think it's gonna come out with like the next rollout. So like I said, we did
Okay.
like a soft release where it's like people that know of me, like you know what I'm saying, like around the way. You know what I'm saying, not around the way, but like around like New York, the city per se. Like one of the dudes from the Beat Junkies. You know what the Beat Junkies are, right?
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, they work for Dial. They work with Dilated
Yeah,
and like
yeah, yeah,
Lil Babu
yeah.
and all them. They bought
Mm-hmm.
the album.
Babu. Oh, they bought your album, the Beat Junkies?
Yeah, they bought. Yeah, they bought the album. So I mean, like people have been getting a hold of me. You know what I'm saying? Like we've been. You know what I'm saying? Like so now it's like about like coming up with a price point to start charging people to do things. You know what I'm saying? So like, you know, I don't want to be too expensive, but I don't want to be cheap either because
Yeah.
I have to make a living. So, you know, and then we talked about doing shows. You know what I'm saying? Like there might be a show coming up in the next, but that's could be coming like it's so plastic. You know, we're starting to open back up, and like people still trying to get comfortable. I'm not even sure Lisa's comfortable with me doing the show. You know what I'm saying? Like
And now
as
Delta
far as
trying to put a cripple in
yeah,
that.
got Delta variant and all this stuff coming out, and it's just like, so what? You know what I mean? What are the capabilities? What can I do? You know what I'm saying? So I mean, they'll figure it all out, man. We'll get there. We'll get there.
It was great. Everyone, please definitely
It
listen to
was
that.
great. It was a great show tonight. Even
Oh
though it
yeah,
was a little all over the place, a little
but
bit,
that's what
but
we do when we're
it,
at the helm. Things get a little cuckoo.
and this is
Jared
how
is the
aware
stable
I am.
force here.
One thing before we go. This
Yeah,
is the one thing that I'm aware of. You tell you Delka, I didn't mean anything about you putting your foot down. I love her just the same. She's my
thank you.
sister. I don't want her to feel a certain way and being like, oh, this motherfucker just telling him just to do whatever he wants to me. Like, no, 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 no.
Well, I
I was
get in
just saying,
trouble for
we
everything anyway,
we
so
we really wanted to see you yesterday. That's the point.
yeah,
So
that I try to explain that to her, but she's a workaholic. At the end of the day,
and you
that's
can't work all the time.
can't work all the time. Says the man who just came out with an album that he was working on for 25 years. So,
Yeah,
but
pretty
no,
much.
but what's it? But next week, as soon as the show is over, I'm gonna start
Big show.
tagging everybody.
Big show next week.
Big show next week.
The Royal Rumble. We're gonna have
The Royal Rumble.
the fantasy draft of, like on Zoom, like kind of like that.
I'm happy you brought that up now too. Should we
Yeah,
do?
I haven't played. Yeah, we probably should because I have not played fantasy football in like
Okay.
4 years.
Should we do another shade of Blue League or whatever? Should we put money on it?
Whatever,
Good.
whatever.
Get
We
a bit
get.
up by mosquito. Should we do like a
Is
money thing?
Angel and all them gonna play too?
Yeah, if it's money, because Angel don't play no more unless money's involved. That's why he hasn't joined the last couple of years because money hasn't been involved. And then when people win, my dad just doesn't give the money, but my dad be shorting you on the cash.
I think that's why I don't play is because I know there's no incentive if I win or lose. So it's like, why am I playing? So
yeah,
we should talk about that.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's talk about that. Let's do another shade of
put like a $20 pot or whatever.
Yeah,
with like 10 people.
Yeah. So I'm gonna tag us. So I'm definitely tagging people. And even if you know someone that we don't know in common that is a fan of a certain team that we're not having on the show, send it out. Because I want to get as many fan bases as possible in this show.
For sure.
So, you're going to have your man Todd. Hopefully, if he's not busy, as always, doing some grown man stuff. And, but it'll be great. It'll be great. And I think, matter of fact, I think James is going to be with Jared in the same room. James put a little chair for him off to the side. Because, he's a Raider fan, so he don't get like the official joint. Yeah, he's like off to the side. But
yeah, he's like, yo, here's your beer.
Yeah.
Right, don't say anything.
But Jared did him dirty because Jared has the one with the cushions. He got the massager in the back.
Yeah.
Then he had like a little rocking chair in the corner for James. I said, damn, you did my man dirty. He said, well, he's a Raider fan. What do you expect? So, and then, I got the tissues for Jason in case he gets emotional, he start crying and stuff. So we're gonna be good. We're gonna be good. We're ready to roll. Hopefully, I hope my man Calderon is definitely on the show. Shout out to Calderon.
Man, come on the show, bro. Stop.
Come on the show. And Jose, we love you. We love, it's all love, man.
Listen, we're not gonna make fun of you, man. We got a mission for the Philadelphia Eagles head. So
we're out for the other shitty green color, not your color. We out for the Eagles. because they're in the battle like which green looks worse or whatever. That's not us. We ain't involved with that. We worried about our Giants and other fan base. We want to hear your opinion, being a Jet fan. How you feel about Zach Wilson? How you like Robert Saleh? How do you, talk to us about it? I want to know. I legitimately want to know. Because remember, I said to you, Ron, real quick, do you know anything about the Jets and Zach Wilson? And you was like, no. I really can't offer an opinion. Like and Jared was there shaking. He was scratching his head. I said, "Oh, Jared don't have nothing." So I was like, we need a Jet fan on the show. But it was great. Definitely sending out the tags tonight for sure. Yeah. And Steve,
love y'all, man.
Love you guys. So thank you for being on
next week.
So with the big show next week. So
it's gonna be a good
thank you everyone for watching. We love you guys, and good night and go Big Blue.
All right.
Peace. Tell Lisa I said good night. Peace.
I'm gonna tell you, Delka.
Yeah, I will.
All right, man.
All right.